What's up? What's up? What's up? What is up? Poppy Trucker here. Thinking about being stay at home Poppy or Poppy stay at home. You know what I mean? Be a little stay at home husband. I mean, I've been working, but I have certain days off, and I usually have Wednesday night, Thursday night off. But this past Tuesday night, I had to take off to accompany my wife to the Social Security office because we got married and she's changing her last name to mine, of course. So we went in January because she did an appointment that was the nearest appointment at that time and it wasn't working. For some reason, they never got the whole thing. But so there's no appointments uh, in the near future, right? There's like things like a month or 2 months for the next appointment. So the only way we could go if we do walk-ins. And if you do walk-ins, you have to be there early. They open at 9, but people start lining up before that. So we got there like at 7. Luckily, we were number 13. And the security guy that's there, he's like, hey, this only happens on Wednesdays because I get here. I don't want you waiting outside. So I'm going to give you your number. In the order you came, y'all go to your car, whatever. Just be back here by 8:30, 30 minutes before we open. So he separated us that didn't have an appointment, and then he separated those who had an appointment. Those who had an appointment, obviously, went in first, and us, we didn't have one, so we waited. So I think he gave out maybe like 40, little numbered tickets, and everybody else just either had to wait or they got sent home. So luckily we did that. I just don't understand why they're always upset. Like the people that work there, like the guy that attended us, like just had a nasty attitude. We were there for maybe like 30 minutes inside. We waited outside in the car for like 2 hours. But once we got inside, it probably took like 30, maybe 40 minutes max. And my thing is, why are you so mad so early in the morning? You know what I mean? Like, dude had a really nasty attitude. I'm like, dude, you need a snack or something. Like, very rude. Like, I'm just like, so we did the whole name change and they took her old social security and they're like, well, you're going to get a new one in a little bit. So she doesn't have one. So we're like, okay. So she called, where's it at? Oh, it shows here that you never did it. It shows here you went for that, but it's saying you never did it. And we have a piece of paper, with her new name, with my last name, and saying if you don't get it in 2 weeks, present this to the Social Security office and blah blah blah. So that's what we did, but they're like, "Oh, you don't need this paper. This paper doesn't mean anything." How does it not mean anything if this is the paper literally says this means that you came here and you got it done. If for some reason you don't get it in a couple weeks, show this because this is showing that you did. So anyway, so they didn't do anything and they didn't want to give me or give us a piece of paper that's saying we were here. So I just sit here and I tell the guy, I was like, well, can I get a piece of paper? Something saying that we came here. Because all they do is they're just looking at their computer. They don't show us the computer. They're looking at their computer. And he's just typing and asking questions and typing and asking questions. And I'm just like, okay. So it's over. He's like, okay. All right. Thanks, guys. I was like, what do you mean? Can I get something? I was like, last time we got this piece of paper and you're saying it doesn't mean anything. So can I get something that apparently doesn't mean anything else? He's like, well, you have that. I was like, yeah, but can I get something that has today's date? So all he did was go and printed out the same exact paper saying the exact same date that we went before, which was in January. Now it's February. And it's saying the exact same thing. I was like, can I get something with today's date? He's like, you didn't see the top with an attitude. And all he did was stamp today's date. So I'm just like that makes no sense to me. Like you just stamp today's date on something that says that we came in January. I want something that says we had to come again, right? today, because the one that happened in January, something happened. So I just don't understand why they had an attitude, why they were upset. You know, there's certain ways, but it's just everybody. The lady yelling out numbers, like I don't understand if it's like uh like the culture in the government buildings. Because whether you go to the DMV, whether you go to the Social Security office, whether you go to what, a courthouse or something, the city hall, everybody has like this demeanor to them where they hate their job. And I'm just like you're in a job that you have to deal with people. Like you applied for this, right? You applied for this job. Why not do your best at that job? Every job that I've done, right? Whether I want to or not, I try to do my best. My integrity is always to do my best. So I don't understand those people that do those jobs and they're there for 20 plus years. Like I understand you probably deal with people that are crazy, you probably deal with people with nasty attitudes, but if it's 9 in the morning, you probably dealt with two people already. Like, and I feel like I'm not the grumpiest person in the world. I feel like I don't give attitude. I'm just asking, hey, can this happen? That happen? They don't want to hear what I'm saying. Okay, that's fine. Okay, it's all over. Well, can I get something that it says that I came here just in case I gotta come again? Cause, cause the wife and I took off a whole day of work. You know, missed money because we had to come back again and do this. You know what I mean? So just a sucky situation. You know. But speaking of working and not liking your jobs, so I was off Tuesday night, Wednesday night. Now I'm gonna be off Thursday night. I've not gotten a call from the job to come work extra, so I'll go back and do my regular route. So I think I could be a stay at home husband. I feel like I could be a stay at home husband, right? And I'm sure my wife would see this, but I feel like I could be a stay at home husband. I woke up, made the wifey lunch for work. Prepared it. I didn't cook anything. I prepared it for her. It was a nice, beautiful salad with chicken, chips, all that good stuff, dressing. Gave her a little snack on her way out. Gave her a nice little protein yogurt thing she could drink on her way to work with a little what's a protein bar. A protein bar. So she has a little snack for her commute to work. Now she has a and her lunch. You know. So I feel like I'd be a stay at home husband because of that. Woke up, made lunch for the wifey, set her off with a nice little breakfast, went to the gym, came back, did a little laundry, finished the laundry. My wife was doing laundry yesterday, finished the laundry today, the folding part, right? Because no one wants to do that part. So I think I could be a stay at home husband. And then on her way from home or on her way to home, I'll just make dinner. And I noticed that doing this, being a stay at home husband or wife, is not that bad. It's literally 2 hours of work. Like if you calculate everything that you have to do, whether it's cleaning, whether it's cooking, whether it's laundry, whatever it is, it's two, maybe three, no more than four. If it takes you 4 hours to do everything, I'm not saying 4 hours at once. I'm saying in spurts. It took me maybe 15 minutes to prepare lunch. It took me 2 minutes to get the snacks for her commute. It's gonna take me maybe 30, 40 minutes to make dinner. The folding of the clothes, like yeah, laundry takes an hour to wash, an hour to dry. Sometimes it's a little damp, an hour and a half. You're not doing nothing in those times. It takes what? Total 30 to 40 minutes to dry. Right? You know what? Let's do the calculation. Because I've heard people say that it is very hard to be a stay at home husband or wife. I'm not gonna specify, but okay, let's say 15 minutes to make lunch, 2 minutes, right, to get her snack for breakfast. Which if I would have cooked, let's say if I would have made her some nice little eggies, probably would have take let's say 20 minutes to make her something fancy. All right, I went to the gym. I'm not gonna include that, but I should. You know what? I should include. Let me include the gym because I'm trying to look good for my wife. So I was in the gym for about 45 minutes. Hit legs and back today. So came to the house, um, folded clothes. I don't even think it took me 30 minutes, but let's say it took me 30 minutes. So did that, and now what else do I have? Maybe should I include showering for my wife? Oh, if I shower for my wife, that's 2 minutes, right? So if I shower first, so she could come and see me clean, or if she could come and I'm clean for her, just in case she wants to, give me a little kiss or something. 2 minutes. You know what? I'm gonna brush my teeth. 3 minutes. Hold on, I did that wrong. 3 minutes. So including shower and teeth. What else do I have? And let's say clean up the house, because you don't clean up the house all the time. You only clean up the house when stuff is dusty and all that. But let's say it's a dusty night. It's a dusty day today. It's not dusty, but let's say it's a dusty day, one of those long. Let's say let's say that's just an hour, right? Because I do things. I'm pretty quick when I do things. When I do everything, I'm pretty quick. I do everything kind of fast. So let's say it takes about an hour to clean everything good. Sweep, mop, and all that. You mop, it takes 10 minutes. It just you have to wait another 20, 25 for it to dry up. Okay, so an hour. So she's gonna want me to cook, right? So well, she doesn't want me to cook, but I'm gonna have something prepared for her to eat when she comes back. Let's say that takes me 45 minutes. And that's if I don't use the air fryer. Because but we can't count those things. So let's just say I'm doing everything from scratch. I'm not using air fryers. I'm not using microwaves. None of that. Just straight, from scratch. 45 minutes. Okay. So what else? Um, you know what? I'm feeling nice. Let me give her a massage. How much would a nice massage, let's say good back, good legs, good feet rub do, right? Because she sits down all day for the most part. I know she gets up and walks around, but for the most part, she's sitting down making money. So let's say a good 25 minutes. Okay. Anything else? Anything else? Um, let's say if she wants to get busy tonight, 5 minutes. Okay. So I've calculated a day, right? A day, because I've calculated. Right now, it's 250 minutes. So if we divide that by 60, right? There's 60 minutes. It's 4.1666666666667. So let's just round it up to 4.5 hours out of my 24-hour day. And this is a busy day, right? Because there's times, come on, stay at home, people. There's times we're not going to cook. There's times we don't feel like cleaning, especially on the weekends. Friday, man, I know stay at home people that their weekend is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So all we're doing is Tuesday, Wednesday. And once a month, boom, we hit. So let's say out of the whole month, right? So this is a busy day. So let's say on average, you know what? Let's do 3 hours. So 3 hours a day. I'll give y'all 3 days of doing this because there's no way. You know what? I'm gonna be nice. 12. I'll give you 4 days. So 12 hours a week times 12 hours a week times 4 weeks. Now I'm gonna add, let's say you want to do some deep cleaning once a month. So I'll add another 2 hours. So that's 50 hours. It's 50 hours a month. 50 hours a month. I think I could do this. I don't think this is the hardest thing in the world. Right? Me personally. So I think I think I could be a stay-at-home parent or husband or wife. I know once you have babies and all these other things, those 5 minutes it takes for you to make a bottle, or those 20 minutes it takes for you to get them in the shower, clean diapers, all that things. I understand the sleepless nights. I understand. But if you don't have to go to work because you're a stay at home parent, I think it should balance out a little bit. Me, me. Now I know what y'all are thinking. How could you be talking when you haven't gotten a haircut? Remember whenever we were younger, guys, especially guys, we didn't have money to get haircuts. And you know what I noticed? You could only tell if you haven't gotten a haircut when you look at the sideburn. Remember our excuse was, no, I'm gonna get braids. No, I'm letting it grow to get braids. Remember the good old days? No, no, no. Man, you haven't gotten a haircut. What's wrong? No, no, no. You need money. No, 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 no. Well, I do need, but no, no, no. I'm letting it grow for the braids. Yeah, I'm not. I haven't had time. I'm gonna go, and then I'm like, okay, if I go this week, I don't have nothing planned this weekend, but next weekend it's Valentine's Day. I'll just get it next week. So last week the ice storm. This week I'm like, next week getting it done. So yeah. So if y'all might change my name from Poppy Trucker to Poppy Stay at Home, because I don't think my wife likes it that I stay at home from work. But I do work Sunday nights, Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday night, and Friday night. So I think, and in those 4 days, guys, in those 4 days, I do work 48 hours, 44 hours, 44. There's 2 days, it's the same route, it's really long. And just because I have a mall and I got to walk a lot. And that those are 12-hour days, and then the other ones are 10. And I'm not just sitting down all day, I'm unloading, hand physically lifting up, moving stuff around, breaking stuff down, boom, boom, boom. So I just know that I could be a stay at home hubby. And this has been trending in my thing that my boy, Ricky Martin, right? The singer, Puerto Rican singer, songwriter, and actor, which I didn't even know he was an actor. I don't even know what movies he's been on. Let me see what movie he's been on. Something about him. I don't even think these are movies. Anyways, this dude is 54 years old. And he looks like he's not 54 years old. He looks good. Like, too good. And I was talking to my wife about this. And she's like, you think he's like that because he's never... Did she say he's never been married? I think she said he's never been married. But he was married to some guy named Juan with a W. Yosef. I don't even know who is this guy. I think he's just a regular dude. Cook? A cook, maybe? Yeah, he's from Syria. But his kids take Ricky Martin's last name, so they might I guess Ricky Martin was the dude. But man, this dude looks really good. And I was like, nah, I don't think it's because he's never been married. I think it's because he's never had a wife. You know what I mean? Like, Look at all these wrinkles. You know, I've been married again for now 2 months, and I think this one, not all the way, it was half, and now it grew a little more. I think that was in the past 2 months. Not saying it's your fault, baby girl, but I didn't have it there. And Ricky Martin has two wrinkles on his forehead at 54. He is almost twice my age. He is 21 years older than I am. 22 in December. And dude looks amazing. How? He looks good with a lot of hair. He looks good with no hair. He looks good with no shirt. He looks good with a shirt, with no beard, with beard. Man, I remember the day he came out the closet, and I want to say my mom cried, my my girl cousins cried, a lot of people in my family, because we're Puerto Rican, and that was the Mac Daddy of all the Mac Daddies, and a lot of them were very, very sad. And then all the guys were like, "I told you, I told you, I told you." They were just mad that their wives loved, and that was their celebrity hall pass. And I was like, "I told you, I told you." I remember I had a cousin that's like, "Well, you know what? That means if I can't have them, no other woman can have them." I was like, "Okay," but man, God bless him. But all right, guys. I know I usually don't put two podcasts a week, but I've been at the house for a little bit, got a little bored, decided I'm like, let me talk because I have time. It is almost noon. Wifey's not gonna be here till 6, so I got 6 hours. I'll probably take a nap. Watch TV. Um, I don't know. I already did my morning stuff, which took 30 minutes. I'm gonna take a nap. Then I'm gonna do the the other stuff before she gets here. Probably start like at 5. Make sure when she gets here it's nice and ready. But I'll see y'all next time. Bye.